afternoon, Shelby County. I wanted to talk to you about some things coming up in our district that are really exciting. One is we are so excited to have all of our students back with us 4 days a week starting April 5th. After spring break, if you remember, we told you that middle and high school students should be with us Monday through Thursday. And then Friday is still personalized learning day. So any personalized learning needs, if your son or daughter is behind, if they need individual help, or if the teacher has contacted you to have your son or daughter come to school for a small group, maybe reading instruction or prepping for an AP exam. Those are the kind of things we do on Friday, personalized learning days. But we are excited to see all of our middle and high school students back with us on April 5th. Along with the learning loss that some people are talking about, we have put a lot of structures into place to make up as we go along and to help students do credit recovery from last school year. But our legislature had just passed recently, and Governor Beshear signed into law House Bill 128, and it's called the Supplemental School Year Bill. And I want to tell you a little bit about that. The timing is very different from a usual year when the legislature meets. Usually they pass a law and then a few months go by so that districts can put policies together, and then those things are enacted July 1st. Well, this one is a little different. So by May the 1st, if your son or daughter, and we're mainly talking about seniors here who are graduating and feel like they have not really completed their courses to the level of excellence that we expect, those students can apply to come back for an additional school year. Now the deadline for that is May 1st. The school board then has the option, according to the new law, by June the 1st, they will have to make an action in a board meeting to either accept or deny all of those applications. And so we're not really sure yet what the board will be thinking about that, but we're putting some procedures into place so that we can give them the best guidance. And our first board meeting in April will likely see us making some decisions about that. So right now there's nothing for you to do. We'll give you more information later, but you might want to be thinking about that and talking about that with your seniors. Now, as far as our elementary and middle school students go, we have lots of ways to catch them up. So I don't recommend anyone thinking about holding their child back just because of the pandemic. We have summer school coming. We have a lot of strategies in place. We're helping kids move when they're ready. So they may be a little behind in August, but through the school year, we'll be working on catching them up. So I would not worry about that. But if you do have a senior, you might be thinking about, are they ready to go on to college? Would they like to retake a course for a better grade? Be thinking about that, and we'll be giving you more information after spring break when we act on that as a school board and put all of those procedures in place. Also, this is National Social Emotional Learning Week. And tomorrow is International Social Emotional Learning Day. And so I wanted to say something about what we're doing here in Shelby County to help our students and our adults. We know that through the years, we have found that students have a lot more anxiety and depression and those kinds of things than they've ever had before. I'll give you some good news. I heard some statistics just this morning that talked about students that commit suicide. Those numbers are going down and have actually been going down. We do have some students that maybe have ideated around that through the pandemic, and those are a little bit concerning, but our numbers across the nation are actually going down for students dying by suicide. What we're seeing an increase in is the anxiety and depression, and of course that's been exacerbated by the pandemic. Adults are feeling some of those same feelings. So as a district, and every school in our district, we've put together practices to teach skills to our students in addition to what you're teaching at home to help our students cope with adversity, to be resilient, to learn to be really good decision makers. And I can tell you that you might feel like your son or daughter is a little behind in math, but what they've learned through the pandemic about life and about not taking things for granted and about how to be resilient and advocate for themselves, those skills will last a lifetime. And we're capitalizing on those. As a district, we started yesterday developing a district-wide team that also includes community members that will help us to drive social emotional learning throughout every one of our classes and every one of our schools, because we know our students need and deserve those lessons just as much as they need math and reading and science. So be listening to what's going on in Shelby County Public Schools around social emotional learning. It's really critical that you support that at home as well as what they hear in the classroom. So one last reminder, next week is spring break. We hope all of you have a very safe and a very healthy and fun time with your family and away from school. We will be back on the 5th, and once again, we are grateful and excited to see all of our middle schoolers and high schoolers back all together again on Monday, April the 5th. We hope you have a great weekend and a great week next week. Oh, and also, go Collins. They're in the regional tournament Friday night and hopefully Saturday. Go Collins Titans.